about what is a motherboard. What do you know about a motherboard?
It connects all the hardware components together.
A motherboard connects all the hardware components. You try, you have a point. Any other, let's take first. You say, motherboard, this is motherboard. Basically, it's a hardware, yes. Where all the hardware peripheral, like you said, is being connected. It's like the fundamental aspect of everything. That's all the whole connection, everything goes on. The battery is connected on the motherboard, the RAM is connected on the motherboard, the small battery is placed on the motherboard, the USB port is placed on the motherboard. Everything that has to do with the hardware connectivity. Let's break it down so we understand. Any hardware that has to do with everything that has to do with the hardware connectivity, component of all the hardware is peripheral. When we talk about all, they are all found on the word motherboard. And motherboard is very crucial. That's only system has a motherboard issue. It has passed beyond another step. You as an engineer, that's passed beyond you doing your basic things. Now you have to use your multimeter to actually take that time and that's very important. Understand? Let's take it easy because that's not the area we are going now. Now basically you just have to know how hardware is being connected, the functionalities and the function of system hardware and where and how they are being connected to the motherboard and their functions and their work, like what they do and how they are being connected to the motherboard. For example, you can see that if we want to disassemble a computer laptop, we want to get to the motherboard, right? We're dismantling it now, we want to get to the motherboard so that we'll be able to identify some components that is being connected on this motherboard. That's what we want to do now. Let's this is a computer laptop, right? Then I've shut down the system is not on, there's no power, everything has been disconnected. First thing first, this battery is started, so we remove it. It has to do with current, but it's not an electric battery, it's started, so we have to just remove the battery. Battery is out there. You must screw, me personally, I like make sure it enters the hole, hold it firmly, then you must screw once. Don't do it 2 times, just once, because if you do 2 times, you might warm the screw. You are going to warm it, not that you might, you just got it once. When you place the screw, then you warm it firmly. Slightly in, then you pull gently. Then you can assist with the wood. I leave that I will use when I'm using my finger, which is very bad. Yes, you pull small, gradually. I can bring it out. Hold it firmly. Right. Because I don't think there's much thing. I remember here your screws has been left, so if you are opening and you are closing, basically it might break at inches. So in this place now, once you have done that, because what you want to do is don't have to do. We're not going to work on anything. We just want to just assess and know how the connectivity is being done here, right? Now I don't have a projector. Now everyone has to be very careful and everyone has to come and solve. What's it called? That's the speaker. Speak up. We are in international class. This is called what? Speaker. Now, if you look vividly, you will see a wire that is being connected on the what? On the what? The speaker is connected on the what? Have you seen it? Okay. What is this thing called here? This thing, what is it called? This is a motherboard. I just want us to understand the functionality. We are talking about the motherboard is the what? Is where all the whole connectivity is being what? Connected on the what? System, right? Who answered this? Someone told me about it today. So what's this? What's this? It's a card. It's a card and the wire is being connected to it. There's a wire connected to it, it's a card. Read what is writing on the what's the written there? Someone to read that what's on the card. Read. What's on that card? This card, roughly.
Wireless date.
Wireless what?
Date.
Wireless
Date.
So what do you understand by that? Check it very well. Wireless, right?
Yes.
Date. What is this? Wireless is very vital. And you always know how to read It's very vital before you execute anything. You really to understand. Now this is being written in wireless, and this is the wireless card. This is what holds the connectivity of the what? The wireless. This is where your internet connection and everything takes place. If on your system, your wireless card is not being detected, for example, you have driven it, you have done everything, it's working perfectly fine, but based on maybe this card is bad, it's not working. That's right. Then we are seeing where it's being connected, right? This is a basic knowledge as I'm a system repair. This is things you undergo and things to check. So it's called a network card and it's being connected. Now there's something I said in the last class. I told something about CMOS battery. How many of us understand? Remember what I said about CMOS battery? How many of you understand and remember what I said? I said something about CMOS battery, right? Okay, let's come here. Come down. Are you seeing anything like battery here? Hello? Are we communicating? I can see lithium, is that right?
Yes.
Is it lithium?
Yes.
All of us know what lithium is about, right? Yeah? Don't know what lithium is? Lithium is battery. Lithium battery. Basically, is actually batteries we use in our watch is lithium. We use it in our hand sets on all those tiny, even our clock, that's old clock, this thing, all make use of lithium battery, right? So this is a lithium battery. And what is the function of this lithium battery? It's called CMOS battery in computer in general. It's called what? CMOS. This is where the CMOS is. Now basically in the more recent laptops, like I cannot see who can help us if we are communicating, who can help us the function of this CMOS battery. I explained this in our last class. If you are here in our last class, you will be able to know what CMOS battery is. It helps in keeping your data and time. It helps in keeping your system updated. Without this CMOS battery on your laptop now, your data and time will not be correct. Each time you on your laptop, you have to go and set it. Am I communicating? I want my class to be interacting. You guys, anything you don't understand, anything you feel like this is what it works, say it out. That's how you learn. CMOS battery, the way it keeps your data and time on your watch, the same way it keeps your data and time on the laptop, and it keeps your BIOS updated too. Whichever thing you save on your BIOS or you save anywhere on your laptop, regarding that this CMOS battery is okay and is working fine, it will be saved and it will remain there. Even when your battery is off, you are not going to reset your time when you use your battery. This is wrong. Okay, I wanted to do something whereby we will remove the RAM and see if it's going to display, but I'm not going to do it again. No why? Your time is limited, and I'm still going to tell you that without this RAM, because I'll be in the field, without this RAM, this system is not going to display. The RAM also partake and it handles in system display functions. And a faulty RAM can also cause a system not to what? Display. The faulty RAM can cause system not to do what? Display also. So RAM has a vital role to play on a computer, on a laptop system, whichever way, on a desktop, anywhere. RAM has a very vital role. On i5, i7, anything that has to do with processor, this is where it comes, this is where it is. So now this is the processor sink that controls, this is the output where the air evaporates. And this side is also known as the fan connector. But it seems like this system doesn't have fan, it makes use of only 8 sink. For some systems, you will see the fan, it will be obvious. This is the fan section, then you will see the connector of the fan. Understand? So this is our functionality, the connectivity on the motherboard. Are we seeing all the connectivity? Now, if you watch closely here, you will see this wire there that moves here. This one here is the charging port. This one here is the charging port. This is the charging port that connects to the motherboard also. Then you see another flex, smaller flex here that enters to the motherboard. This is called the power switch. So if you look down really, or if you open it, you will still the sign, because all these things are being numbered and are being named on the computer board. So it's up for you as an engineer to decode them and know what every one connectivity and how it works. So most work we do as an engineer here, most work we do is more to replace components. Understand? If this CMOS battery is bad, remove it and replace. You don't work CMOS battery. If this power switch is bad, you remove it and what? Replace. Unless you know you can got this wire or you can solder it. But whenever you're doing something like soldering or how to do all those cut and join, you have to be very careful, because illegal of not properly connected can lead to a damage of what? Motherboard. So whatever you are doing, you have to be very careful. First of all, you know how all the connectivity has been connected and how it's being functional and how it's being worked. Now we have another connector here that goes down to this place. This is called the VGA connector, because this wire is what that transmits a display from the board to the screen. The visual display adapter, visual graphic adapter that helps that handles the display of a laptop or a computer system. This is where it's working. So laptop is multi-purpose. Now I have another port here again. What's it called again? Now I see that the system has 3 USB for multi-inches to get breaks or any issue. Then first of all, I put from the USB port side, make sure that it enters well. Then I go down. Now that I've tasted it, now I can boldly open it because I have a case on it now. I can boldly open it. Always handle lid with care first, because that's your job. Pamper it and handle with care. Yes, I think we are good. Then we can couple. First of all, you put the screws that you remove from the CD-ROM drive. I'm just coupling it just because I'm just 100% that I did not do anything wrong. But I will have to still do proper way. So I'm not going to finish the coupling before I test. So I'm going to just do a half coupling. So I'm going to hold the whole entry screws so that I'm not going to spoil the laptop case. When we start answering laptop, like this laptop when I bought it for you, everything was nice, the system was still intact. Now you open it and you disassemble it. Now you cannot open it back the way it is. That's the worst error as an engineer. To open a system and unable to couple it perfectly fine the way it was. People say they're supposed to make it complete and make it more beautiful than the way it was, because an end user, they don't care about them. When an end user got a laptop that is bad in your shop, whenever you are done, make sure you clean it. Am I communicating? Make sure the laptop is looking nice. So whenever you are working, you work with your heart. That's one thing about this job. If you love it, you enjoy it. So I can just decide to put this CD-ROM back. Sorry? This CD-ROM drive. This is where your CDs are being played on. I said something like this on next class, or not on next class. This CD-ROM drive, you can still use it and format your system. You can put on an operating system, CD means, you can put it here, then run your bootable disk too. It does multiple purpose, especially for things that have to do with the CD. That's the work. Most of the recent systems are not come with this. Now, before we proceed with the coupling, let's test what we just did, if everything is still intact. Because we disconnected the hard disk, right? So I have to check before we proceed. So what we do now, we use power. Whenever I'm coupling or whenever I'm doing something, I don't like using battery. I use battery whenever I'm done. I like using direct current. Wow, it's booting, right? It's booting. That means everything is fine, right? Okay, let's just do it. When you put stuff, then we can shut it down, then couple properly. Why I decided to test, because if there's any error, we'll go back again. And when we have done coupling, you see error and you start. That time you don't let you're giving yourself multiple jobs. Understand? You're stressed, and if your user or someone is looking at you, it doesn't look professional. It doesn't make sense that you are done with your job and you're going back again to start afresh again. Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. It looks somehow, it looks stressful, and it looks so unprofessional. Yeah, it's the little work and you are not sure of what you're doing. But the reason why I went this far, because I was sure that the system will work. I was just a kind of a troubleshoot I'm doing, or maybe for the first time of a job I'm doing. I will not couple it, I will test it on my own, because I'll be in my office, I will know how to do it. I'll have to check first before I do the coupling. Now it comes up, basically it's okay, I can use. So that's the way it is. Lots of people are used to data you use in browser. MTN, Airtel, Star, anything that has to do with service provider, anything that has to give you the access to browse, and you pay them maybe daily, monthly, or yearly, depending on how your subscription is. Then when you get your laptop, from them they'll give you access. Then you come here and you check your Wi-Fi card. For example, here is where all your Wi-Fi. For HTTP, you're not to do that assignment I did on Access Day, because I really want to get to understand how it works. Take your time and tell me the architectural structure of the hard disk, and architectural structure of that SS, and the difference between an SSD and an SD. That's an SSD and an SD. I want that to be clear. Then, about this class, I think by now, most of us, almost all of us, know the basic components that is being connected on the motherboard.